Good morning. Another lovely day. Another deep dive into the vinyl vault, and we're looking at the last part of 1973. We'll start with Goat's Head Soup by the Stones. This is the box set. I bought this specifically for a bootleg called The Brussels Affair, which is probably the best Stones live album you've never heard. But back to the album, it's great. It's a big hit single, Angie, of course, but it's got Heartbreaker, loads of songs, top to bottom. It's a great album. It may not be Sticky Fingers or Exile on Main Street, but it's still better than 90% of the rock albums you'll hear. Brian Eno's last hurrah with Roxy Music. After this, Brian Ferry takes over and they have massive commercial success. But this is a really, really decent album. Status Quo were hitting their commercial peak in England around this time. This Hello, 4,500 times, Roll Over Lay Down. But the massive hit single is Caroline. And yeah, they were untouchable at this point. Another final album for a band. What a way to go out. Raw power, Riggy and the Stooges. This is the point where James Williamson becomes the guitarist and Ron Ashton moves to bass. The Bowie production is muddy, but you can't stop the power of these songs come through. Raw Power, Search and Destroy, Death Trip, Your Pretty Face Is Going to Hell, so on and so forth. It's a great album, and it was a great way for them to bow out before Riggy went solo. T-Rex were having a rethink around then and decided to go White or Blue-Eyed Soul with Tanks. Still a pretty decent album. Probably not as a big a hit, and probably their teeny fame was starting to fade, but there's some good tracks on this. You can hear it in the background there, one of the most underrated guitarists in England, Robin Trower, twice removed from Yesterday. He'd been the guitarist in Procol Harum. I think a lot of the problem with Trower is he was so indebted to Hendrix style, but that doesn't take away from how great these songs are. Another highlight for a band, I Contain It, Enough Bush City Limits, that being a massive hit. It's a great album, and Tina really has a lot of influence in the songwriting here, which makes it all the better. Great album, very, very funky. An unusual band now, Vinegar Joe had twin vocalists that both went on to do great things, Robert Palmer and Elkie Brooks. This is a cross between funkiness, psychedelic, 70's rock. It was a really, really good album, but the band was too small to contain both these vocalists. Another band that had promise didn't really go anywhere, West Bruce and Lang. So you've Two Towards the Mountain and Jack Bruce from Cream. Should have been perfect. Good songs on it. It's not a bad album, but it just didn't catch fire with the public. Probably after Who's Next, my favourite Who's album, Quadrophenia. It's certainly a better concept album than Tommy, which may be controversial, and I'll probably be hung drawn a quarter for saying that. But Daltrey's voice on this is just knockout. I know it's associated with the movie a lot, and that's fair enough, but this is a standout Who album. And we're going to finish 1973 on a live album, because bands in the 70s had to go out and play live. And this is Wishbone Ash live dates. This is fantastic. They stretch the songs out. You can really hear what the twin guitars sounded like, and they're not restrained by studio recordings. And it's a really lost live album, I think. When we talk about classic live albums, this never gets talked about, and it should do. Well, that's 1973 wrapped up. If you want more of this content, check out my YouTube channel at Bobo's Vinyl Vault. The link is up there. Give me a like and a subscribe. Until then, I'll see you in 1974, where we keep it final and we keep it real.